back in its heyday in the 70s. Now, a few things that I can tell you about the Mahe Beach Hotel. I was very blessed because my mother used to work there. She was the hotel nurse. So Stella and I, my younger sister, we would go and meet her at work and things like that. And she had a little office. I really remember it. And a few things that I remember, they had a chess game on the roof.
On the roof itself?
On the roof, yeah.
Oh, how
yeah,
cool is
right
that?
up there. Right up there.
Okay.
So I think it was you used to come out.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I do remember it. You used to come out and then you'd walk onto this big surface and there was a chess game. And it was like, you know, the one like they've got the one at Beauvalon Bay. So we were young kids. We were yay high, as they would say, and we would pick it up. We would pick the pawns up with both hands, and we would play chess.
Is that where your love for chess started, or was it later, much later?
No, well, it was about then. I was about 7 or 8 or something like that.
All right.
Stella would have been a little bit younger than me. So we'd pick the chess games up, the chess pieces up, and then move them along. It was lovely. You know, I really remember that. Also, the other thing about the Mahe Beach Hotel is you've got the swimming pool down here, and then as you were walking down one of the corridors, this is an amazing thing, as you were walking down one of the corridors, you could see the people swimming at the bottom of the swimming pool. So if, you know, like people, you could see their arms and legs and things like that. But the point of it is you could just see that you could see the bottom of the swimming pool. So you had a whole side, you had a side which was glass, so that you could see, you know, you could see the people as they were swimming. That in itself was amazing. And there was, I mean, what else can I say about those? And I hope that as well, people reading this, people watching these lives, will actually comment and share your memories about
exactly. That's what it's all about.
About the Mahe Beach Hotel. But a couple of things that I remember. At the time, Adam Khashoggi, he was the richest man in the world of the day. You know, he used to come. He was a regular visitor to Seychelles. And my mother was telling me, you know, whenever Khashoggi comes, he books. There were 7 floors, and each floor had a suite. And he would book all the 7 suites for all his people. It was just the way he was. But another story about Adam Khashoggi, and obviously my mother's passed away now, so I can tell the story. She always told me this story, and she said, yeah, when Khashoggi came along, he had a yacht. I think the yacht was called the Caladia, but I can't remember. So he had this yacht, and it was moored just a little bit further on. So she would have to go and give Mr. Khashoggi his injections, and so she would go to the hotel. A little boat would come to meet her. She'd go along onto this big luxury yacht, give him his injections, and then this little boat would bring her back to the hotel. And she said every time it was the end, she finished, you know, time to get off the boat. The boat guy would always say, "Madam, there's a little something for you." And the way my mother said, she said that was a tip, and it was about £200 or £300.
Then that must, oh God, that was worth a lot of money. Yeah, that was a lot of money then.
And she said, "You remember when we went to England on holiday, and I would go to Marks and Spencer's and things, and I bought you." She said, "Those are my tips."
Oh wow.
So, you know, she was really in her element.
Yeah.
Another thing that I remember, which will really sum up the spirit of Seychellois people and the way we used to live in the 70s, was one day she was coming back from the Mahe Beach Hotel, driving back, and there's me and Stella in the back of the car. And I remember Dr. Murphy, I think she was working with Dr. Murphy as well. And as we went by that bend, it was, let me say, where we were today. And, you know, you kind of go up and down the winding road, and then you go left. It's actually, so she ran out of petrol. And you can imagine. And I mean, remember it being dark, so it was about 7 p.m., 8 p.m., it was dark. And in most places you think, okay, what do we do now? And we were thinking, because Dr. Murphy, you know where Edward Marde lives? Just up there, on that little bend.
Oh, wow.
And we were thinking, well, okay, what she might have to do is maybe walk to his house, and maybe he could help. But we must have stayed there with the car for about I would probably say maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes of that.
Okay.
And this car comes along, just stops, and this guy gets out of it. He said, the guy walked up, he said, Mrs. Botte, you all right?
Oh, wow.
And she said, well, you know, obviously she knew him and he knew her, maybe from the Seychelles Club or something like that. And she said, well, you know, I've run out of petrol and things. And the guy said, oh, it's not a problem, it's not a problem. We got some petrol for the boats at the back of the car. And he literally was able to get the petrol, pour it in her car, and he was able to get us going again. Of course, she had I think it was a Lancer, Mitsubishi Lancer, 6936 or something like that, I remember. And I remember there were 2 of them on this island at the time. So that was something. So he immediately recognized the car. And it was amazing because he was able to pour the petrol and away we went. We got back home just to the other side of Lamal. But the point of it is this is the kind of place we lived in, I'd say, where people were very friendly and people did help each other out and things. It was really, you know.
It's true though. This is what I can remember when I came here in 1980. People were very, like you said, very friendly. And that sense of servitude was just amazing. It's like, you know, they were happy to serve, which was just amazing. Something that has been sort of lost along the way, sadly. You still get a few people. I mean, we're lucky. I mean, we've got our neighbor down here.
The lady over there, yeah, it's very nice.
We have a very good relationship, and we can't really complain. So, yeah, I mean, some people have it, some people don't, but how I wish that Seychelles would really just get back into that mode. Ask your grandparents, for heaven's sake. I mean, I'm not that blessed. I don't have my grandma anymore, and no grandfather, but for those of you who do, please spend some time with them and ask them questions. How was it once upon a time, and why were you guys like this? And try to sort of bring it back. Be a catalyst for change, and show your small kids, you know, how things should be different. So once upon a time, if it's done properly, kids will also sort of learn it and will do things properly. That's my 2 cents worth.
The thing is, we can all be better than where we were before. And even today, as we were driving along the road, there was something which, if I remember, said something like, "We've got more in common." Don't let our differences break us up or split us up.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so we've got more in common than we've got apart. I mean, especially now, and it's about rebuilding, isn't it? It's about bringing everything together and helping your neighbour and getting on with people and that type of thing. Okay.
Okay. Let me see.
Okay.
More.
There's more.
There's more.
More.
Okay.
Don't worry.
That's the last one, right?
It is.
You can't spoil them too much. It even knows when to stop itself. It's great. It's getting the hang of it. Wow, what is this?
You were asking me about some of my favourite musicians.
Yes,
let's
yeah.
put this to the side, right?
Okay.
Now, there you are. This is an old record. Well, it's a picture of an old record.
Yeah, it's a picture of an old record.
But there you have it. The dogs are they want to have a look in as well.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Funny.
We've got Mickey and the Buccaneers. That was his band. That was Mickey Malcolm's band. Mickey and the Buccaneers.
Wow.
They did lovely songs, and like I was saying about songs of the day and things like that. So that was an old thing. This was Mickey Malcolm, the gentleman himself. You know, again, like really, really lovely songs.
Amazing.
And this character is his son, Christopher Gill, who's actually Mickey Malcolm's son. And for those of you who, I'm sure probably everybody watching this would have known Christopher or probably read his things, he really got involved, I'd say, for a long time with social justice. His whole idea of really, you know, contributing to Seychelles and restoring things. And he actually, I learnt so much from him. I did many interviews with him, and he was explaining to me a lot of things around that I just had no notion of at all. and how as a nation, you know, we were not where we should have been. So you know, I'm thankful for that. I tend to learn from everybody.
Great. Okay. Any last words
So there you
for
are.
today?
That
This
was
is Sunday, so we've done 30 minutes. Do you have anything to say to the lovely people out there?
What I can say to the people is thank you very much for joining. For the people that's actually joined the forum or for Lamal, thank you very much. Really, really appreciate it. For the people that's liked it, thanks a lot. But please comment as well. You know, add your comments. And for one lady actually added a book. You know, copied a few pictures of an old book, which was really excellent. So please add your bits. Add your bits on there, and I'm looking forward to this record player coming, and we're going to get a video camera as well, so that we can actually do some more stuff. Okay, so we're going to play out today.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you move then?
I can. So,
Okay.
you're going to have to come over. Right, okay, being a musician as well, I mean, there's been many great songs written, but this is really one of my favourites. And I hope you'll sing along with me as well. I remember actually in the words of James Montcalm, he always said that whenever we're singing, there's no time to feel jealousy, hatred, greed, and all those kind of negative emotions. So my friends, let us sing. 1,000 miles from everywhere, in the middle of the ocean, lies a pearl of the ocean, Seychelles, my native land. Going back to the Seychelles, where the clock chimes twice. I'm going back to the Seychelles, Isle of Paradise. Pam 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 ba-dum, pam 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 ba-da-da-da-da, pam 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 ba-dum, pam 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 ba-da-da-da-da. I left my island long ago, and I wanted to see the world. I found out wherever I go, I can't forget that dream. I'm going back to the Seychelles, where the clock chimes twice. I'm going back to the Seychelles, Isle of Paradise. Pam pam ba-da-da, pam pam ba-da-da-da-da, pam pam ba-da-da, pam 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 ba-da-da-da. I'm going back to the Seychelles, where the clock chimes twice. I'm going back to the Seychelles, Isle of Paradise.
Wow. Bravo. Oh yes, lovely, 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 lovely Sunday. All you people out there, lovely Sunday. Enjoy. Remember, give someone a hug, give someone a smile throughout the week, and keep it going, keep it flowing, and see you next Sunday.
See you next week, folks. Thanks for watching.